We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On first down, it's Taylor. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Ekeler. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And it's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some deep.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll try the right side with Ekeler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will get the football at their 20. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Derrick Henry. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. No score after one on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Chargers.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Rock it. Switch it. Check 26.
Running from the gun with Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Show it.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go. 8, read. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
From the 29, Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
56. Mike, 56.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. First throw now for the backup Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Joey Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Taylor. And this one completes a read. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. Fourth down, here's Taylor. And caught by Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
First down, Chargers.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 6-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Now Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Mike Pennell with the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Taylor. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Taylor. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. Taylor now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll have a first down past the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Kaepernick going to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Chopper, chopper. Get that ball. Go. 52. Go.
Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Taylor going to throw it. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point right down the middle. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. Space to maneuver at the 40. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 72 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Kaepernick. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Joey Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for our visitors, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they...
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See